Alright, if you can see here, that is the motor mount. Doug was good enough to weld that up for me on Friday. That motor's in there solid. It's not going anywhere with that piece there. But just in case it does, got the clamp right here. Got this little chain, and there's a bracket up under there. I'm not sure how well you can see it. There we go. That's kind of my just in case. Something does happen, at least that'll prevent everything from hitting the floor. We have a new motor mount here. That part of the mount actually came from the gasoline motor. That was one of the original mounts. And there's some rubber grommets that screw goes through. Same thing on this side. I know it's kind of hard to see. But that's the end of an old shock absorber actually. And that's mounted in rubber as well. So that way as you're going down the road, I mean, you're going to hit bumps, and it's not rigid now. With those rubber grommets in the ends, there's going to be a little bit of give. It's going to be more like the gas motor in that respect. But that's nailed in there good. That is ready to go. On the back tires, I did replace the parking brake cable. You can't see anything there. But these tires were so rusted up, they wouldn't even turn on their own. You'd have to use a pry bar to get them around. Did the same thing to both. Took the wheels off, scraped the rust off. Alright, also in the trunk here, we've gone that foam there. That's just that spray expanding foam you put on your house to insulate. I put that in the hole that the battery cables go through so I don't have any critters crawling up in my trunk. I don't want critters in the trunk. Right now we're working on wiring the contactor. Of course this isn't in the car, but the positive line coming out of the back of the contactor here, this line needs to go to the positive lead from the ignition after the fuse, and the negative line goes straight to the battery. That way when you turn your key, this drops down to connect these two sides, which connects your circuit. This is actually going to be over here when I get it installed. But since I haven't had the contactor working, I just bolted it here so my circuit would be connected. So that's the project I'm working on right now. And if we come into the car, now it took me some playing to get this to work, but this is the fuse box in the car. I know you can't see it too well, but this line here, I cut a section out of it. This is the line, this is the hot line coming in here, goes into the fuse, and then it comes out here. And that's only when the ignition's on. So what I'm going to do is solder an extension wire here on to this part of the ignition switch. That way when I turn the car on, you know, someone can't just get in and step on the gas and go. You actually have to have the key and turn it on.